Welcome. Before we start on to the main topic at hand, let me discuss first the worst pandemics our world experienced. First up, the plague of Justinian that hit Constantinople in 541 CE, killing 30 to 50 million people across continents. The Black Death in 1347, killing 200 million lives in 4 years. The Great Plague of 1665 was the last one of the worst centuries-long outbreaks in London, killing 100,000 people in 7 months. Killing millions of people for centuries, smallpox proved to be one of the worst in history. Touring through England in the early to mid-19th century, cholera killed tens of thousands within days of the first symptoms. Now, at present, we are facing another global threat that already infected millions worldwide. COVID-19, or coronavirus disease, is caused by a new type of coronavirus that originated from China. It affects the respiratory tract of a person, and can be transmitted through droplets expelled from the nose or mouth. Symptoms are very similar to that of a flu, with fever and dry cough as the two most common symptoms. Anyone, even a healthy human being, can be infected and become seriously ill. However, older people, and those with underlying medical problems are at a higher risk of developing serious illness. COVID-19 can spread from person to person through droplets, which spread when a COVID-19 positive person coughs or exhales. These small droplets land on objects or surfaces, which can be touched by an unsuspecting person, then may lead to touching their eyes, nose, and mouth, not knowing that they are now at risk of getting infected. How do we protect ourselves and avoid getting the disease? Regularly clean hands with soap and water, or use disinfectants such as alcohol with 70% solution, or alcohol-based hand sanitizers. Never touch your eyes, mouth, and nose as much as possible, as these are the places where the virus can enter whenever your hands are not properly clean. Whenever you sneeze or cough, always cover your mouth and nose to prevent the droplets from landing anywhere near you, or onto another person. Use tissues to easily dispose it, or using your bent elbows as an alternative. Have at least 1 meter of distance between you and anyone, whether they are ill or not. Too close, and the droplets can land on you or you may breathe it in. Stay at home. Only go out if necessary, like buying basic necessities such as food and water, or hygiene products like soap and alcohol. If it is not important, better to stay inside the confines of your home. Avoid going to crowded places, and be updated of anything latest COVID-19 related news in your area. All those I've mentioned previously are all protective measures to not only avoid getting the virus, but also slow down its spread. If you are experiencing symptoms similar to that of the COVID-19, it is better to self-isolate in your home. Isolate yourself from everyone, before the virus infects another person. Wearing face masks also help, that's why you should wear one whenever you are outside. It keeps you from expelling droplets around, and also prevent them entering your mouth and nose. According to Johns Hopkins University Coronavirus Resource Center website, a total of 4.8 million infected around the world, with 1.8 million recovered and 320,000 deaths, are recorded as we speak. These numbers will continue to keep rising if the protective measures set are not properly followed. As of now, the Philippines has a record of around 12,700 infected, recovery of 2,700, and 800 deaths. Now, let's talk about the myths and facts surrounding this pandemic. How do you know if someone has COVID-19? We can't be sure unless they show symptoms. The virus inside of someone who's infected of COVID-19 can stay up to 14 days before they get symptoms. Some who have a mild case may not notice that something's wrong already. That's why we should heed our government's warnings and advices, even if you think and feel you are healthy. Does COVID-19 only affect old people? While it is true that older people are at more risk and may develop serious illness, it doesn't change the fact that anyone has the possibility of getting infected, regardless of age, gender, race, etc. It is up to us to prevent that from happening. Does drinking hot beverages, such as tea or coffee, prevents us from getting COVID-19? No drink, hot or cold, can stop the virus or proven to be a cure. 5G helps COVID-19 spread across places. 5G is a mobile network, the successor of 4G mobile network, that offers faster connectivity and more. Some of these theories say that the virus is transmitted through the use of electromagnetic waves, but this is not proven to be true as experts dispute these theories. Am I always protected when I use face masks? You are protected, but not fully. That is why it is important to also keep in mind other precautionary measures along with wearing face masks, like not touching your face and practicing physical distancing. Does injecting, swallowing, bathing in or rubbing bleach, disinfectants, or rubbing alcohols protects me from the virus and kills it? If death is what you want, then you can go ahead. They do kill the virus, but these chemicals are highly toxic and should never be swallowed nor injected into the body. A vaccine for COVID-19 is already available? There is no vaccine or a cure for it right now. Scientists have already begun working on one, but it will take several months, possibly years to develop a vaccine that is safe and effective for humans. There are many clinical trials that it must go through to deem it safe for the countries affected to use. Here are some ways to help out during COVID-19. I know I have said this many times in this video, but it really is important for us to stay at home. This simple way prevents the virus to further spread within our community, and helps lessen the work of our frontliners, who are risking their lives to protect us. Not all businesses have a lot of cash reserves, especially now that we are experiencing this pandemic. We give them a chance to get through another day or week whenever we buy from them. It's time to show our support and promote our local businesses. Fake news is becoming a norm nowadays, because it happens almost every time, if not always. They can be seen anywhere, since some people are gullible enough to fall for it without checking if the source is reliable or not. Always doubt the news and check its reliability. Only read or watch news from trusted sources. Doctors, nurses, scientists, police, soldiers. I know there are many more who risk their lives facing the threat, that is, the COVID-19. Frontliners, who took an oath to do their very best to save our nation. Let us stop the discrimination against them, as if they have the virus inside their body. They don't need our hateful eyes watching their move as they go to work or going home. What they need is for us to cooperate and be thankful for their continued service. Let's help to flatten the curve. This has been Raz of BSN1D, from Bulsa College of Nursing. COVID-19. Obey. Protect. Save.